Okay, my apologies for taking so long to get another video done. A lot of crap going on, but for the most part, things are excellent. And I did get a new car. Became a fiasco after a while. I paid for it and didn't get it till like 3 weeks later. I bought the car online from a Nissan dealer in Georgia, and they weren't very quick. So anyhow, long story short, I bought a new all-black Z with a red and black leather interior. It looks fantastic, and it's rained for about the last 4 days straight, so I haven't been driving it. But I did get a ceramic coating done on it, so it is handling the rain no problem. So anyway, enough of that crap. Once again, my apologies for taking so long to getting back to doing things. It's just once you kind of stop, it's hard to kind of get started again. So I'm slowly getting the tanks back in order. Showing a breeding pair of Russian red lace snakeskins. So I have set up about 5 or 6 of these tanks. This is just a pair, as I said. It's a thin leaf water sprite. I'll skip this tank because it's red dragons that are kind of past their prime. This tank is another one. It's a trio of Russian red lace snakeskins. The male is somewhere, and one of the females, you'll be able to see which one. I had a bunch of fry, which I'll have to get out, but they really don't bother them after the first day. So wiggle this thing around, see if the male feels like moving. No go. All right, well, trust me, he's in there. So once again, thin leaf water sprite in this one. And so there's a lizard on his hind legs telling jokes. What would you call him? A stand-up chameleon. A stand-up chameleon. Oh my goodness gracious, how bad is that? Terrible. But good to be telling jokes again. And this is a tank of just fry. I think it's 2 different groups. And once again, thin leaf water sprite. I can probably stop saying that. And there's the larger few. So actually, you can already see that a couple of larger ones are females, which is kind of fast for that to develop. But so what I'm going to do, I'm going to split them into 2 groups. The youngest ones into their own tank, and the 3 or 4 larger ones, I may actually, if they're females, I may just put them in with the male I showed initially. Because it's always good to get some new females in with the established males that I already know developed properly. And the next tank you'll see what I mean about that, because they're technically culls. And let me see if my knees will put up with this. So these are culls, and there's various reasons. With red lace snakeskins, you do get what I think Philip Shattuck called Russian tea, or what do you call them? Tea rose guppies. And they end up developing fantastic finnage, but they never develop the snakeskin pattern, which is kind of frustrating. Now, I have 1 or 2 in here that have the pattern, but I don't like the spots or dashes in their tail. And this one, I didn't like the shape of the tail. And same with that one. There's like I didn't know if it was a bite out of the bottom of the tail, but I don't like all the black crapola in the lace pattern, because it's not supposed to be right. So what I'm going to do, I'll get some fry out of them. I put some females in there, young females. And once I get some fry, I'll see how they develop. and then I may sell some as like a grade B, because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be selling the really nice Russian red lace snakeskins unless I get inundated with drops to fry. So, but I do cull as much as I can, and I try to use the ones I've culled in either crosses or other experiments. Now the T-Rose guppies, the ones with no pattern, which maybe I can find here. Sure, there's one in there somewhere. I know there's a few in there. And they do carry the snakeskin genes. So if I breed them, well, I am breeding them to sister females, I will get a large percentage of fry that end up developing the snakeskin pattern that this one doesn't have. He also has that black dot in the tail, which I really don't like. But anyway, I will show two other tanks of them and be right back. All right, hopefully the camera will pick this up. I don't really have a lot of light overhead. Let me see if I can... That was the light, that wasn't me. So this is a tank of like kind of grade B males and stuff. There's a lot of females in here, but I call it grade B. I mean, it's got a... Oh, there's a baby. But it's the male has fantastic pattern, but I have to wait and see how the bottom of the tail, the lower part of it, fills out. It's just not completely filled out like the top part, but they do have weird growing tails. It's sort of like a curtain. It grows at different times, different parts, and it's a bunch of females, like I said. And that's the other male. I'm not nuts about those little dots in his tail. So he's like an if. But it's good to see a couple of babies in here. This is the regular water sprite, which is a wider leaf. And all these females look the same, which is perfect. That's what you want. I'm trying to keep my thumb out of it, but the reflection kind of stinks. And that's just a regular sponge filter. And there you can see a bunch of the females. Let's see if we can get these guys on here. These are the best tank of the breeders. Now this one doesn't have the greatest tail. I like his dorsal. And that's a whatchamacallit filter. I forget the name of it. Something Lux. Whatever. I'll think of it. And the females look good in here, if I can find them. I forget how many fish I put in here, but that's pretty much the tank I'm going to use as regular breeders. I might split this up and put one trio in a 5.5, and one male and 3 or 4 females in a 2.5 or a 5.5. I'm freeing up those tanks now. So one other thing I will mention, ever since COVID, the pandemic, it's really hard to find some stuff that was easy to obtain in the hobby. And it's very frustrating. But the foods I mix up, I've been able to get everything I need to keep making the foods. So there's no problem with that. But I've had to buy like a lot in vacuum packed sealed things, so they'll be good for until I open them. Then the clock will start. But by that I use the ear syringe thing for putting the brine shrimp in the tank, baby brine shrimp. And I couldn't find this thing for 2 years. The last one I was using, the rubber was so screwed up that I could barely get any brine shrimp in there. Now, a lot of people use something that's a little bit better. It's like a clear plastic condiment container like you'd see for ketchup, mustard, all that crap. I do have a few of those sitting around, but I kind of like using the ear syringe things. And I keep them clean because they can develop scum on the inside of it if you don't rinse it with hot water after you're done using it. So if you don't do that, you end up getting like little black particles coming out, which we really don't want. But anyway, that's the video. It's on Russian red lace snakeskins. Some of it's blurry, some of it you can actually see. And you know, if you have any questions, just put them in the comments or drop me an email. I'll put my email address in the video description. And I will be back to doing normal videos. I'm done with my hiatus and all caught up and all happy now that I have another car. A beautiful car. So my apologies once again to people that actually like the videos and kind of counted on them. But I will keep going, and I appreciate you guys hanging in there. Thanks.